Hello guys, reaction continues to the internet as NFF fire back at the criticism of the new head coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Sikau, Chelly, Ugochukwu, AY, and Official Ola. It's good to have you guys on set.
Thank you very much.
Yes, at this point, I want to welcome our guests to Financial bring you the best of every sporting event, from fans' reaction to pre and post content. Trust me, we'll bring you the best and nothing but the best. Official Ola, let me start with you, quick one.
Yes, I think it's long overdue.
Okay.
You understand? I've seen criticism from ex-players, legends, Nigerian football fans.
Yeah.
You understand? Some sections agree with what NFF did, and some sections are done. But NFF were like studying the old picture and every other thing, and officially comes out to say yes, they are not distracted. The coach is not distracted, and they stand by their findings. They believe say yes, Eric Chelle is the new dawn to take the Super Eagles to whatever we are doing. You know, before, I think after his appointment, we looked a bit of how his contract was and every other thing, and there were some sections that were saying it was for 6 matches. But the good thing is the NFF clarified that it was 2 years, and if it performs well, 1 additional year, to tell you that yes, they want good football. It's just not results. You understand? So I think that shows the reason why other candidates fell short. You understand? Because they're looking at the longer term, the likes of Constantia with the age bracket won't fit into what we are trying to achieve. So I think I will agree with NFF. I'm not sure they are distracted. Even though they don't even come as a public to tell us that they're distracted. Even when they did the wrong decisions, you understand, they'll come as and stand by it. But I think this one is something that yes, they did it in the right way. Everything was spot on. The contract, the funds, everything was spot on before the official announcement. And I'm certain that we're enjoying good football. Like I said, when last did we enjoy good football? There's a lot of times that we'll look at teams like the likes of Barcelona, likes of Manchester City, and we appreciate football. You understand? Enough of the corner kicks, enough of whatever. Try and do string 2-3 passes. Let us enjoy. Let us see our players. They give 40-30 goals contribution. Let us come and see it at our home ground. African football has evolved. Enough of plus and not. Let us play football, and I believe that Sikau Chelle is the right answer.
I would like to come from this angle. I think one of the NFF representative really did not take the whole criticism well. At this point, this is what you have to say about the whole thing. Okocha should keep his spot as the legend in Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large, rather than soil it by getting involved in matters that are beyond his understanding and comprehension. For someone tell you your comprehension and understanding, it means you have pushed them to the wall.
The world, yeah.
So I see this from a different perspective at this point in time. I think they know that the criticism is getting too much. At some point, we thought it was going to die down, but rather we are now seeing some bigger names coming up to speak about
it. Yeah,
you get so. But let's hope that at the end of the day, there's this player still running around and supports the manager, because whether we like it or not, it is Nigeria first before anybody. The whole aim of this whole thing, and I wouldn't blame this critics. It is the NFF that I will blame. They've always made us know that they are not credible. You get. If NFF does 80% good, nobody would criticize them. But when you keep pushing out negative stuff, and you would now any day you do good, people will question you get. So, but the important thing is, I think players like Okocha and other legends that have a say in this whole matter should back these guys. The players need the support. When if Shell does well, nobody will say Shell he particularly did well. They will say Nigeria won the AFCON at this year, or went to finish quarterfinals of the World Cup at this year. Nobody remember the coach. You would have to start going back in history to remember who is the coach. Then it's Nigeria first. So they should just rally around with them.
Why? If the coach is back in the picture again for criticism.
First, I think I'll have to probably go back a little bit. And I will say, I think JJ just said so many things. So, but out of all of the things he said, I don't know why NFF picked just this Eric Chelle's criticism. Why didn't they pick the fact that he said they should leave the system? Why are they not firing back at that? There's no, like we have politicians in the system, all of the things he said. Why is it all of a sudden that angle does not make sense to them? It is the criticism of Chelly that Okocha actually eat on, that they are now eating back, and it tells you what exactly Okocha said about how true it is. So I think all of these things, all of this reaction that we are seeing in what they put out is a reflection of what Okocha said, because he talked about how they needed to leave the system, how he does not see us, the Super Eagles, the Super Eagles, which is in the national team of Nigeria, winning any trophy under the leadership of this current NFF. So that's like a lot of things to say. It's like an indictment. You're telling them there's nothing good that will come out of the Nazareth of this people. You understand? And then he now went ahead to say, I'm serious here. He now went ahead to say that Eric Chelle is not the right choice. So because some of our viewers might not have seen the production, now we are supposed to give them a bit of what led to this. Now they have come out to attack JJ Okocha on the Eric Chelle's criticism. They left the one that is true. They focus on Eric Chelle, allow Eric Chelle to focus. Don't forget JJ Okocha. Like Eric Chelle mentioned your name on the open. We were there, and that was the truth. He said he mentioned some players that he watched, that he values so much, and then he mentioned JJ Okocha. He now remember that Austin Eguamon was seated. He now said Austin Eguamon. He now smiled. You know, so I remember very well. So they have to remind JJ Okocha that don't forget that this person has not even met you. He has not seen you, but he still reckoned with you. Respect yourself, young man. That's what they are saying in this statement. This man has given you whatever, but you don't have anything against him. You don't have anything against him. If it's not that you have problem with them, but he has faced you guys. You guys are not saying anything. So it tells us what mess we are in. That's the truth. But eventually, if God forbid, which I don't see come, if Chelle fucks up, Chelle will go. NFF will still remain. That's the thing. Now, and that is what Okocha is hammering on. All of this bad appointment that we've seen, all of these failures that we have seen, it is the coach that end up going. The players would still remain. The architects of the ones that the genesis of the problem will still remain. So how long would we keep doing this? How long will we keep doing this? And it is not something that we can actually sit back and talk about it every time like we do here. If things does not change, we'll get the same results because they are like the deciding factor. They are the ones that you see. Because when you say you are the NFF president and you give us a bad coach, the bad coach will choose a bad player. The bad players will deliver the bad result on the pitch. You understand? But if we have a good NFF president, a good NFF chairman or president that does the right thing, that makes the right decision, it will lead to giving us a good coach. The good coach will give us good players, and the good players will give us good results. So it is like a chain. Actually, you understand? So if the foundation is bad, then the house will not stand. You understand? So that's the thing.
I don't know what you have with today.
You know my stand on this.
Yes, I want to know. Yes, I want to know your stand.
The whole situation with JJ Okocha, the NFF, and every other thing. I don't have issues with journalists calling people out because I believe that's their job. You understand? So, but I have problem with all these strong personalities calling out people out, especially with their names. That is where I have to with JJ Okocha calling out Eric Chelle, even with his name. I felt it was wrong by all these things. I'm judging by what NFF put.
Sorry.
Let me finish.
Before you finish, I want to remind you something. I know you are going somewhere. Let me remind you. Official, you have always said you had issues when they don't come out to talk. You know, you are like you saw the whole Libya fiasco, all of this. Now continue now.
That one is a situation.
Okay. But this is what
it has happened.
This is also
let me finish. Let me finish.
Let me finish.
Let him know where it's going.
A situation that has happened.
Yeah.
You understand? You understand what I'm saying now? That has happened. Libya saga has happened.
Yeah, but when it was happening, they were not saying it. You were seeing when the other people were saying.
They were trying to prevent unforeseen.
So let him land.
Prevent unforeseen something.
Okay.
We, the journalists, you can agree with me that 2 days before the appointment, we knew that it was Chelle.
Yes.
We did a production. That it was his favorite. You can't tell me JJ was not aware of that information.
He might not.
Okay, we are more informed than JJ.
It might be. That's our work.
Okay, I respect.
You have said he's always focused on playing. You understand? He's not in the NFF technical committee.
More with his advert.
Yes. He's not the. He's more.
Before Ronaldo came outside to say it, many people have said it. Alexis Sanchez came out to say it. Mata came outside to say it.
Some people still Ronaldo today.
It was not the first.
You have been a problem with Okocha coming out to talk about
Chelle. I just have a problem with him coming out to talk about Chelle because I feel that he's a big influence on the players. You understand now?
At that point in time,
especially a squad that we have a lot of players with ego. You understand now? You be senior man to these players now. They look, you say my senior man no value you. Then who are you? Considering the fact that Eric Chelle was not an exceptional player.
He has a cousin in the squad.
Yes, exactly. Considering the fact that this guy is not an exceptional player in his playing days. Eric Chelle was not an exceptional player in his playing days. In terms of honors, in terms of recognition, everything. That is Eric Chelle. You understand now? Then a player that has played it, that is still known up to today, JJ Okocha in all corners of football, come out to tell you that you are not good. That is where I have problem with now. those players, they get ego.
If
They are prone to they will disrespect you.
I'll
That
go
is where I have
let me-
problem. That is where I have
let me answer
problem.
him from
I'm telling you,
I don't think he was firing directly at Shell.
he was.
I don't think
He said he's not good enough.
That's what he said now.
He
That's
was.
what
He got his name now.
He called his name. He said he's not good
He
enough.
started from the chain. He started from
Yeah,
the
but he
chain.
has addressed the chain issue.
They
and
now
he proved not to.
rebranded them.
Those are two different things.
Because you will not blame him. Because, like you had said, if the head is not good, how the neck want to do?
Exactly. We are still saying the same now.
No,
You are just rebranding the English now.
That's the problem.
Well, you are rebranding the English.
I won't
You
blame
have a cousin
No.
in the
I won't
Nigerian
blame
Super Eagles.
No.
You have a cousin in the Nigerian Super Eagles. You have people, a nephew. You have people that are looking at you as role models now. Up to them say they'll senior man, OG before IG, OG before every other thing. You
Not this
understand?
one.
Let me finish. No, let me. Ogana him.
No,
You see the way
so
Osimhen they respect the Obamatis and
even
the rest.
Mikel.
Yes. So when Mikel now comes, I thought say Chelle no good. And you know say this guy they see. That is why I have issues with JJ. Not that what he's saying is not true.
You
That is the
think,
point.
you think the thing is, I think we cannot stop people from talking.
Yeah.
Now let me put it to you now. I feel like and that's the point that we have. Now let me remind you. Now when we had this discussion about some of the ex players not talking about what the Super Eagles are going through, and it has actually been a foundational problem. Now, you remember that up to now, Mikel never spoke about the Libya situation.
I know say that one by the way.
You know now.
No, but
Now,
there are some censored words I don't want to say.
no. Doesn't make Mikel a bad person.
I don't know.
Now, let me remind you what probably have happened. Now, do you remember that Mikel was a player in the Super Eagles at the point in time? He faced his own. He paid for toothbrush. He did all of those things. When they acquired, do you know that we had as a time when that thing was going, we had some ex players that didn't say anything up to now. So I, as Mikel, and I was going through all of those things, and some of it till today he still says that some of the monies that NFF is supposed to pay him, they
did not
didn't.
give him
So that means that money is
Don't go.
no, but nobody say. So if I become a legend too, do you think? And let's not forget that the only two players that he has a lot of connection with in the Super Eagles were not in Libya. Osimhen was not in Libya. Chukwueze was later excused because of the knock from the first leg. So it was like so that's and it will keep going on like that. Now, eventually, the current ones that face all of these things now, when they to become SPS, so we have it like that.
It's not like a chain now.
It's not like a chain. Yeah, it's not like a chain now. So I think the thing is still the NFF has to get it right. The XPS has to get it right. You know, I've told you, a house that is divided against itself will never stand. If you have a couple of a good number of them, I know all of them cannot be together. If you have a good number of them that is saying this is where we are going, this is what we want to do, they would come. Who would not listen to JJ Okocha? If they come together, can one all of them come together? Who will not listen to them? These are people that made name for this country. That put us on the world map. You understand? But the truth is, Kano is going this way. Tadibo West is playing for a politician. This one is he's playing. This one.
Please.
Taribo broke my heart.
Please, let's leave
all of those things will break your heart. So there's no way the politician will just see you and be laughing. You said we are not capable. You still come back to some of your players, some of your teammates that play together. Still come back to maybe I transfer money to one of them last night, and you are coming there and say, "Is this not from the NFF money?" You still want some of all these things now. So that's the thing. The truth is, if we don't get it right, we'll keep having all of these things.
All right, thank you so much, Okochukwu official and AY. It's always wonderful having you guys on this set. Yes, enough of the criticism. NFF back Eric Chelly. Make him hit the ground running first. Make you see what he go do. Then share from the conversation. Don't forget to always like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.